If you overthink everything, your conversations, the decisions you make, the way people see you, you're not broken and you're not crazy. You're protecting yourself. And that protection, it didn't come out of nowhere, it was programmed. You don't need more logic to stop overthinking. You need to understand where the loop came from and how to break it. Overthinking isn't just a habit, it's a survival mechanism. It's your brain's attempt to find control in situations where it once felt unsafe, unseen, or unsure. So now your brain replays everything. What do they mean by that text? Should I have said that differently? What if I made the wrong choice? And that spiral, it's not random. It's your subconscious trying to prevent pain by running every possible scenario. But it ends up creating more suffering anyways. At the core of overthinking is mistrust, not in others, but of yourself. You don't trust yourself to make the right decisions. You don't trust your emotional reactions, and you don't trust that who you are is enough. But here's what most people never realize. That mistrust, it was installed. You weren't born second-guessing yourself. Somebody taught you how to do that. Maybe you grew up in a home where being wrong was punished, or where your feelings weren't validated, or where love was conditional and how you received it changed all the time. So naturally, you started second-guessing yourself, and you created patterns of second-guessing yourself constantly. And your subconscious eventually picked up that same pattern and ran a program where you're constantly second-guessing yourself without even having to think about it. And now it feels like your brain won't shut off. I used to think if I could find the right answer, I'd finally feel peace. I'd replay conversations for hours in my head. I'd try to play every possible scenario in my head before I made a move, and I agonized over how I came across. I thought doing all this thinking, working through my problems, it was helping me. But all it was doing was reinforcing the belief that I didn't trust myself and that I had to earn all of my affection and all of my attention by acting just a certain way. But things started to change for me when I realized my mind wasn't trying to hurt me. My subconscious was reinforcing an emotional program that I didn't realize was running. Life started showing me I wasn't reacting to reality. I was reacting to programming. Every overacting spiral that I had, it was connected to a deeper fear. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of being wrong, fear of just not being enough. And those fears, they weren't coming from the present moment. They were coming from the past. They were still running in the background. So when life reflected those fears back to me through someone's silence, a text that didn't get returned, or a weird facial expression, my brain didn't see it as neutral. I saw it as danger because that program is active and running under the surface. Here's what no one's going to tell you. You can't overthink your way out of overthinking because overthinking isn't logical, it's emotional. It's your response to the programming. And until you decode the program, your brain is just going to continue to loop over and over, trying to fix something that's not actually happening. So instead of asking what's wrong with me, try asking what program am I running? And that's where your healing will begin. And that's why I created the course called the Reflection Method. It's a full systematic approach to finding your programs, breaking them down, and rewriting them with new programs that serve you. If you head over to lifeequalslove.com and give your email address, you'll get access to the first module for absolute free. It includes 5 lessons. In that first free module, you'll get access to a lesson called Your Core Compass, which will help you understand if what you're feeling is aligned with truth or if it's connected to a program that feels familiar. Because a lot of people confuse fear and judgment with intuition. They confuse emotional pain with facts, and they confuse discomfort with danger. Your core compass helps you slow down and ask, is this coming from fear or is this coming from love? Is this me or is this my old story running? Another lesson you get for free in the first module is called the Acceptance Decoder. It helps you spot the judgments that are fueling your overthinking, because behind every spiral is the belief that I could have done something different, or I always mess up, or I can't trust myself. But those thoughts aren't truth, those are programming. And when you start to see them, you can start overriding them. These are just 2 of the 10 lessons you'll get with the reflection method. When I started using these tools, things started to change. I didn't stop overthinking, but I did stop spiraling. I was able to pause, I was able to be aware, and I was able to make sense out of what was programming and what was true. And I started to trust myself, not because I was making perfect decisions, but because I was showing myself compassion. And when you use compassion, the mind softens. If your mind never stops racing and peace feels like it's just one perfect answer away, I see you. And I assure you, there's another way. You don't have to control every outcome. You don't have to perform to feel loved. And you don't have to be fixing anything before you feel safe. You just need to understand the program, how to break it down, and how to rewrite it. If you head over to lifeequalslove.com right now, submit your email address, you'll get access to Module 1, which has 5 lessons completely free. They'll show you how to decode the patterns in your life to reveal the programs that are running in real time, how to break them down, and how to overwrite them. Remember, 95% of your mind is subconscious. If you understand how the subconscious works, how it creates your programs, how it runs your programs, you can go back and break those programs down. Any repeating patterns you see in your life is programming, and programming can be changed.